Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli back with another review video, and yes, you read the title of what I'm reviewing. I'm of course reviewing Fantasia 2000. Yes, Fantasia 2000. What do I have to say about Fantasia 2000? I think it's actually pretty good. I do enjoy it. As you guys know, because I had previously reviewed the original Fantasia, if you want to see that, go check it out. Link in the description to my review. And I was, because I said we would be reviewing Fantasia 2000, and thus we are. So Fantasia 2000, because, as I covered in my review Fantasia, because Walt Disney had planned for there to be more planned for there to be sequels to Fantasia 2000, and but of course that never came to be. But his nephew, and as I said, his nephew Roy Disney kept that promise to his uncle, and thus creating Fantasia 2000. And because this time Fantasia 2000 has 8 segments. With the original, it had 7 segments. Now this time it has 8, with an addition of having one, if you get what I'm saying, yeah, you do. So, but anyway, so Fantasia 2000, it has some good music, and with its animation, the segments, etc., and even the celebrities they have, each one introducing and talking about the next talking about the music, etc., if you get what I'm saying. But anyways, well, okay. But before that, because the first one that plays is Symphony No. 5, because it has triangle butterflies and and actually I found out because it was the last segment that the animators did in post-production, and then because after that we get the introduction from Steve Martin, introducing this, talking about Fantasia 2000, and I forgot to mention this too in my review Fantasia, that because at one point it was supposed to be called the concert feature, but and Steve Martin's right when he says this. I'm sure we're all glad that it was changed to Fantasia. So and thus I like that part where Steve Martin, because he whips out, violin comes in, I think he drops the string or whatever, the stick. Camera back to me as the camera pans. And then we come to Mr. Perlman. That's what I'm going to call him. I'm already having trouble with his first name, but Mr. Perlman is what I'm calling him. So he's the violinist. And he starts off the second segment, which this time, the second segment is, what is it? Plans of Rome? Is that it? Plans of Rome, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And in that one, because there's flying humpback whales, I mean, how else can I say? I mean, I think it's actually a beautiful piece, and with the animation to it, so, And then, after that, we cut to the next, the next celebrity introducing the third segment, Quincy Jones, and, starting off, Rhapsody in Blue. And apparently it is the longest segment of Fantasia 2000. I really can't remember. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen Fantasia 2000, so bear with me. Because it's actually pretty cool, because with jazz music and the animation style to it. God, I forget what the name of it is, but that kind of animation style to it. It's based off of some artist with paintings or something. I don't know, but and even the hotel. And fun fact, because the hotel that's in Fantasia 2000 is named after one of the Disney animators, Eric Goldberg. I think the Goldberg Hotel or something. I guess that's what it's called. I don't know, but yeah, named after, again, Disney animator Eric Goldberg. So he did Aladdin. He did Hercules. Big time Disney animator. So anyways, and so yeah, so Rhapsody in Blue is pretty good as well, because I said, if it's jazz music, that kind of stuff, And then we come to the fourth segment, Piano Concerto No. 2, Op 12 Allegro. That's the best I could do. Allegro. I'm pretty sure I got that whole name right. You know what the name of the fourth segment, but you know, Bette Midler introduces it. You know, good old Bette Midler. Good to have her. And in this one, because it's a bit of CGI to it, because because with the story, because of a toy shop or whatever it is, you know, a toy soldier who lost a leg, a ballerina, they kind of fall in love with each other, but this giant jack-in-the-box gets in their way and has the ballerina holds her hostage and boots out the soldier. And this was originally supposed to be in the original Fantasia with that story, you know. But the animators had really couldn't think of what song to use for that segment. But thus, with Fantasia 2000, they managed to find the perfect song for that. So for that story, that segment, so you know, yeah, and the Jack-in-the-Box, because he gets knocked in the fire, you know, well, serves him right, you know, he's kind of the bad guy, kind of, in Fantasia 2000. So, anyway, and then the fifth segment, which probably be my favorite, and it's the shortest one out of all of the seven segments, you know. Introduced, you know, it gets, you know, the segment is introduced by none other than James Earl Jones. Great to have him too, you know. I just love that because, well, even Eric Goldberg makes a cameo as well, because if you noticed in Fantasia 2000, besides the orchestra, there are a bunch of animators that are drawing and such, and Eric Goldberg makes a cameo, and I think he hands James Earl Jones a piece of paper of what he was drawing, so even in the back behind James Earl Jones, you can see a statue of Mufasa. Pretty clever, nice Easter egg there. You have James Earl Jones, and, you know, because he's the voice of Mufasa, so, you know. Anyways, and so the Carnival of Animals, because these flamingos, they tried to dispose one flamingo who's having too much fun playing with his yo-yo. But at the end, he shows the flamingos. He has a bunch of other yo-yos. Sorry. And then we come to the sixth segment, which is a repeat, which is the Sorcerer's Apprentice, because for it being the most popular one of Fantasia, and it's introduced by Penn and Teller. Yep, Penn, Jillette, and Teller. I think they're pretty funny in this, talking about magic and such. Even Teller cuts off Penn's ponytail. That's so funny. That's really funny. So yeah, the Sorcerer's Apprentice, we all know, and because I reviewed it, of course. And of course, what's really cool, because, you know, we all, you know, at the end of the Sorcerer's Apprentice, Mickey, you know, congratulating Leopold Stokowski and Leopold Stokowski, you know. I say Leopold's, you know, but it's Leopold, but, you know, I guess, maybe I like how I say it, but I don't know. But anyways, so, and at this time, because Wayne Allen, if I'm saying his last name right, the late Wayne Allen, because, you know, who's the voice of Mickey, he voices him this time, and, you know, he says, "So long, I'll be seeing ya." He runs off, and he runs to, oh god, what was his name again? I forget. James Levine. Yeah, James Levine, that's right. So, James Levine, because he's the conductor of this. So, and, you know, as I said, Mickey Mouse, he runs up to James Levine, the conductor, and, you know, I forget what Mickey says, but, you know, I guess talking about preparing for the next segment, and, you know, Mickey's trying to find Donald, you know, to tell him that he's on. And there's one part, because, you know, as James Levine is talking about the next segment, you know, at one point, I think Mickey, he walks into Daisy's room, and Daisy screams, you know, I guess she wasn't properly dressed or something, I don't know. And then we see, because, like, a shadow or something, as James Levine looks, you know, say, like, right here, and, you know, like, Mickey, he opens the door, Donald's taking a bath and a shower, and Mickey tells him, "You're on now." Yeah, what? You know, so on. And so, you know, Mickey tells Levine, "Okay, Mr. Levine, they're ready, blah, blah, blah," whatever Mickey says. And so James Levine introduced the next segment, which being, what is it again? Pomp, okay, to put it this, because it's about Noah's Ark, so, you know, I really can't remember the name of the 7th segment, so, you know. But, just to put it this, because it centers around Noah's Ark, and starring Donald Duck, like, Donald Duck is, I guess, Noah's right-hand man or something, you know, and getting the animals on the Ark. But not only that, but Daisy getting on the Ark as well, and both think that, like, and the thing is, Donald thinks that Daisy is not on the Ark, and Daisy doesn't think Donald is on the Ark, if you get what I'm saying. As I said, Donald thinks that Daisy isn't on the Ark, and Daisy thinks that Donald isn't on the Ark. They both think that each one of them didn't make it on the Ark, if you get what I'm saying. So, but of course, they find out that Donald finds out that Daisy is safe on the Ark. Daisy finds out that Donald is safe on the Ark, if you get what I'm, you know, you get the idea. So, not only that, but even Mickey and Minnie made a cameo on the Ark. Like, you could just see their shadowy figures, or just you could see them on the Ark. And not only that, but the lizard creature, whatever his name is, I forget already, but who was in the Rescuers Down Under, he makes a cameo in there as well. So that's cool. Okay, and now we come to the 8th and final segment, which being Firebird Suite, the 1919 version, and for the 8th and final segment, being introduced by Angela Lansbury. Yep, good old Angela Lansbury. You know, big time Disney family member. You know, she was in Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Also best known for being the voice of Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast, and she was even the balloon lady in Mary Poppins Returns. Because originally Julie Andrews was supposed to play that part, but she turned it down because she said this was Emily Blunt's movie, and thus Angela Lansbury played the part of the balloon lady. And I think with Angela Lansbury, she was a perfect fit in the Mary Poppins franchise, films, whatever, you know. So, anyways, and so Angela Lansbury starts off and introduces, talking about the 8th and final segment, and the Firebird Suite is actually pretty good. Beautiful animation, and with the Firebird, because makes the grass appear or whatever, and faces a fiery creature or something, you know, whatever it's called. I forget the name of it, but, you know, another villain. Pretty much, yeah, another villain in Fantasia 2000. So it's beautiful and such, and a pretty good segment, and for it being its 8th and final segment, and thus after when the 8th and final segment, the Firebird Suite is finished, the orchestra, they start leaving, and they leave, then the credits roll, and the music plays, you know, and I think there's, like, pages flying or something, like, images flying, whatever, I don't know, but, yeah, and at the end credits, because Steve Martin, you can hear his voice, because I guess he's still there, and just, you know, camera back to me, hello, could somebody give me a ride home? That's funny. So yeah, Fantasia 2000, I think, is actually pretty good and not bad. I guess, I don't know, it was kind of mixed, you know, when it came out, I guess. That's what I think. But Fantasia 2000, I don't think it was not that bad. So, and you guys let me know what you think of Fantasia 2000, if you enjoy it, you know, if you like it. So for me, personally, I like it, so, you know. And I give Fantasia 2000, I give it, well, why not? I give it, I'll give it 8 out of 10 stars. That's good for me. 8 out of 10 stars. 8 fingers. 8 out of 10 stars, because I think it's pretty good, and, you know, the animation is beautiful, as I said, the music, the segments, everything to it. So, and again, you guys let me know what you think of Fantasia 2000. If you enjoy it, you let me know. Leave comments. So again, 8 out of 10 stars for Fantasia 2000. I hope you enjoyed my review of Fantasia 2000. More new review videos coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video /review video. Take care, and peace out.